Yeah, we're looking at differentiation from parametric equation. Okay, and these are the questions we want to look into. Okay, but before going to the questions, let's have a little introduction to that. If we have if y is equal to t squared, and uh, and also x is equal to what? 1 over t. Okay, so in parametric equation, you're going to have two equations whereby your y is a function of t and t also is a function of x. So we can play with this and make t the subject. If you make t the subject here, we're going to have, if you make t the subject here, we're going to have t equal to what? 1 over x. Okay? So in that case now, your dy dx will be equal to what? Be equal to dy dt times dt dx. Okay? Times dt dx. But it's not every time. Sometimes it may be complicated to make t as a function of what? Of x. So in that case now, our dy dx will be equal to dy dt slash, come back here, okay, dx what? Dx dt, okay? So these are the equations we're using for parametric equations. And let me quickly recap what I just said now. What we mean by this topic, parametric equation, is that there are two equations or even more, in such that y is a function of t and t also is a function of x. Okay, we can see y is a function of y is equal to t squared, and then x is what? 1 over t. From here, we can make t the subject. So if we do that, we have t is a function of what? It's a function of x. So if that is possible, that you can make t the subject and you have t also as a function of x, this equation will be applicable. And that will be equal to what? The y. Y is a function of t, which will be the y dt, and then times what? T is a function of x, and that will be what? The y dt dx. Okay, but in the case that it will be complicated to do that, to make t as a subject, okay, to make t as a subject, then in that case, this will be this equation you're going to use. This equation you're going to use. Okay, so that's just that. That's just that. The equations are the same. The two equations are the same. Just that this one and this one, they are inverse of each other. Okay, so let's look at the questions we have there. We have the first one. Y is equal to t squared. So from there we can get what? The y, the t, which is what? 2t. The second equation, we have x is a function of what? Of t. Okay? So you can also have the x what? The x, the t, which is what? 3t squared. Okay? So let's get the y dx now. So the y dx will be equal to the y dt and then slash the x dt. I'm using the second equation. And that will be equal to 2t over what? Over 3t squared. And that will be equal to what? T1, T2 will go here. That will be 2 over 3t. Okay? So if you want to use the first equation, it's also applicable. What you have to do just to make t here the subject, but that may be taking your time or complicated. So it's better to use this one. Just get your y dt and the x dt, okay, and divide the two together. And that's all. Question 2. We have y equal to sine theta. Y is the function of theta, so we can get the y the theta. And that will be equal to what? That will be equal to 2 cos theta. Okay, the other one, we have x equal to what? 3 cos theta. So we can get what? Ds what? Ds the theta, which is what? Minus 3 sine theta. Okay, then the final thing is to get what? Is to get our dy. If you look at the question, is to get our dy. Okay, so dy d theta will be equal to dy d theta over what? Dx d theta. Yes, d theta. And if you divide, if you work on it, you'll still give you back your dy d theta. So that's just that. That will be equal to what? That will be equal to 2 cos theta over minus 3 sin theta. That's equal to what? Minus, that's cos over sine. That's cot. That's cot theta minus 2 over 3 cot theta. Okay. The third one, number 3. Let's clean the plot. We have y, number 3, y equal to 4 cot 4 theta. So we can get the y dt here, which is what? Derivative of cos is minus sine 40. We have 4 here. The derivative of what is here is 4. So 4 times 4, that's 16. Okay. Then the other one, we have x equal to sine 2t. So we can get the x dt, which is equal to what? Cos 2t times derivative of 2t. That's 2. So we can get the y. We can get the y dx, which is equal to what? Yeah. And I want to give you the hints. Look at it. You have y as a function of t, and you have x as a function of t. Okay. Both of them are functions of t. So it now be the y, the x. Okay. The y dx. To be the y dx. Okay. So that will be equal to the y dx will be equal to the y dt minus 16 sine this over ds dt. That's 2 cos 2t. Okay. So which will be equal to, you can begin to use identity. This will be equal to 2 sine 2t cos 2t all over 2 cos 2t. So 2t is there, 2t is there, so they cancel out. So I have minus 8 cos 2t cancel out. So I have 2 here, cancel this one out. So I have minus 16, I have minus 16 sine 2t, sine 2t, minus 16 sine 2t. Okay. Then the second one I did, the second one, let's go to number 4, then we'll come back to number 2. Number 4, y equal to t squared over 1 plus this. So we can get the y, the t, which is equal to what? 1 plus t squared. This is quotient rule. This is a first fraction. Then we use quotient rule. So v squared over v 1 plus t squared times the derivative of the numerator, that's 2t, then minus u numerator times derivative of this, that's 2t. So if you expand this, you're going to have this one times this one, 2t, this one times this one, plus 2t cube, then minus 2t cube all over 1 plus t squared power 2. So this one will cancel, this one cancel. So I have what? 2 over 1 plus t squared or square. So we have this. Okay, we have that. Then we can get the other one, which is x equal to. You can get the other one. you can get the x is t over this 1 plus t. So we can get the x, the t, which is equal to b 1 plus t squared 1 plus t times derivative of the numerator, that's 1 minus t. Derivative of this one is 1. Then we can do the expansion, that 1 plus t minus t all over 1 plus t squared. So that will be equal to 1 over 1 plus t all squared. Okay, then you can get the y, the y dx, the y dx. So the y dx will be equal to the y dt slash the x dt. So which is equal to, my dy dt is what? 2 into brackets 1 plus t squared power 2. Okay, and then slash divided by what? Divided by the x dt, which is what? 1 over 1 plus t squared. 1 plus t squared. Okay, so that will be equal to 2 into bracket 1 plus t squared. Okay, times 1 plus t power 2 all over 2. So answer will be equal to all over 2. What am I doing? Yeah, this is division 1 over this. So this is all over 1. This is all over 1. Okay, so the answer is 2 into bracket 1 plus t squared over what? 1 plus t squared. So that's that on that. Let's quickly do the number 2. Number 2, y equal to sine theta. So we can get the y to theta, which is what? 2 cos theta. And then x is what? 3 cos theta. Okay, we can get the x, the theta, which is what? Minus 3 sine theta. Okay, so the y, the what? Y dx, we got to the y dt, the y d theta, slash the x d theta, which is equal to what? The y d theta is 2 cos this all over minus 3 sine theta. And that is equal to minus 2 over 3 cot theta. So that's that.